Tonight, I invite you on a journey through time. Imagine this. You're walking through long stone corridors. Your footsteps echo against the walls, each sound lingering a second longer than it should. You are inside a dark medieval castle. Torches fixed to the walls cast trembling light, their flames bending and snapping as cold air slips through unseen cracks. Somewhere in the distance, a door creaks. The castle is alive, but not welcoming. Today, castles appear romantic, mysterious, even majestic. But if you were truly forced to live within these walls, especially during winter, you would quickly understand the truth. The greatest enemy of a medieval castle was not war. It was the cold. When the sun disappeared beyond the horizon, the temperature inside the castle dropped mercilessly. Stone absorbed warmth during the day and released nothing at night. Breath became visible. Fingers stiffened. Sleep, something we now take for granted, became a nightly challenge. Historians often describe castles as masterpieces of defense. They rarely describe them as livable. Thick walls protected inhabitants from arrows and invaders. But they also turned the building into a vast chamber of ice. Even roaring fireplaces were rarely enough. In a great hall the size of a modern gymnasium, a fire could warm only a few steps around it. Beyond that circle, the cold reclaimed everything. To survive, people adapted. Rooms were made smaller. Beds were enclosed with heavy curtains. Clothing was layered relentlessly. It was not uncommon for multiple people to share a bed, not for intimacy, but for warmth. Survival reshaped social boundaries. Now picture yourself lying down for the night. The bed beneath you is wooden. On top of it, a mattress filled with straw. Heavy wool blankets pressed down on your body. Yet the cold still finds you. It creeps upward from the floor, through the frame, into your bones. Outside, the wind howls as it slams into the castle walls. Somewhere above, a guard walks the battlements. His footsteps echo, slow, steady, endless. Strangely, peasants sometimes slept better than nobles. In small cottages, a single hearth could heat the entire space. But in a massive castle, even 5 fireplaces might fail to keep the chill at bay. Each winter night was a test. Each morning was a quiet victory. Now you enter the heart of the castle, the Great Hall. This is the one place that feels alive. Long wooden tables stretch across the room, scarred by years of feasts and conflict. The air is thick with the smell of roasted meat, spilled ale, damp wool, smoke, and sweat. The ceiling beams trap the smoke, turning the air heavy and gray. At the center, a massive hearth burns fiercely. Orange flames lick upward, defying the darkness outside. As night falls, people gather here not only to eat, but to borrow warmth. Servants hurry back and forth. Dogs roam beneath the tables. Laughter erupts, cups collide, songs rise and fall. For a moment, the castle feels almost kind. But warmth is deceptive. Step a few paces away from the fire, and the cold returns instantly. Heat rises and disappears into the rafters, leaving the lower space unforgiving. People wrap themselves in cloaks, standing shoulder to shoulder, pretending not to shiver. Some historians believe that grand feasts served a practical purpose beyond celebration. Hundreds of bodies, combined with roaring fires, could raise the temperature of the hall just enough to make it bearable. Celebration itself became a survival strategy. But the feast always ends. The fire shrinks. Voices fade. Embers replace flames. And then comes the most dreaded journey of all, the walk from the great hall to the sleeping chambers. You leave behind the golden glow of firelight and step into a narrow passageway. A single torch flickers. Cold air slices across your face like a blade. Any warmth you carried with you seems to be stolen by the stone itself. This walk is more than physical. It is a transition from fleeting comfort to unavoidable hardship. Some choose to sleep near the fire, servants, guards, travelers. Smoke stings their eyes, sparks threaten clothing, but it is still better than the frozen floors elsewhere. Many medieval travelers wrote that the hardest part of castle life was not sleeping, it was reaching the bed. Now you arrive. The bed curtains are drawn closed, forming a small fabric chamber. Inside, the air grows slightly warmer. Only a few degrees, but those degrees matter. Wool blankets weigh heavily. Fur coverings trap heat, but restrict movement. You learn quickly not to shift. Stillness becomes warmth. The straw mattress rustles beneath you. There's a smell, grass, smoke, dampness. Sometimes you hear the faint scratching of mice. This is not luxury. This is a carefully constructed refuge against the night. The wealthy sleep on feather beds, soft, insulating, sometimes too warm. The poor make do with straw. Both serve the same purpose, surviving until morning. Beds are often shared. Humans, animals. A dog curls at your feet. A cat presses against your side. Body heat is precious. Privacy is optional. You wear a sleeping shirt, perhaps a cloak, a cloth cap to protect your head. Your feet are wrapped tightly. Everyone knows the cold takes the extremities first. One final ritual remains. A servant slides a metal pan filled with warm coals beneath the blankets. The sheets absorb the heat. The bed no longer feels like stone. The candle is extinguished. The castle remains cold. The walls remain merciless. But within your small enclosed space, a fragile truce is formed. Sleep is not surrender. It is a victory. Close your eyes. Let this story carry you into the frozen nights of the Middle Ages. They endured. And tonight, in your warm bed, remember them. Sweet dreams.